Hello everyone, welcome to the classroom. Thank you for joining us as always. Today we'll be going over my ideas for my perfect anime fighting game. So lately, one fighting game has been all the rage. It's put together countless classic characters from many of our childhoods and put them into an arena fighter. It's called Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. Wait, no, sorry, never mind, it's that Warner Brothers one. Ever since I bought Mortal Kombat 9 at way too young of an age, I have loved fighting games. And now I love anime and manga more than anyone as attractive as I am should, and luckily for me, anime translates incredibly to fighting games. Shonen anime and fighting games are nearly the exact same product. Many of them have incredible fight scenes, fantastic character designs, great soundtracks, tits. As such, most popular shonen anime have their own fighting games, and they're usually cheap cash grabs with lackluster gameplay, presentation, and predatory markets. The most disappointing one, in my opinion, being Jump Force.
That we have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
I struggle to think of a video game that was such a massive missed opportunity like Jump Force was, because these are anime fans. These are dedicated motherfuckers. Like, they will look at a show that has over 1,000 episodes and go, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll watch that. Compare this garbage, ugly, stupid game to the absolute pinnacle of anime fighting games, Dragon Ball FighterZ, a gorgeous game with amazing fan service and great gameplay, and you'll begin to understand what Jump Force, by all right, should have been. So today, I will be telling you my roster and ideas for my perfect anime fighting game, which will combine the love and production values of Dragon Ball FighterZ with the crossover of Jump Force. For each character, I'll go over their fighting game archetype, 4 skins I'd like for each of them, and at least one move idea. Some characters though I have a lot more ideas for than others, and I couldn't include everyone if I wanted to get this video finished on time, so let's get started.
What are you doing here, Geeko?
I'm just going to the fight.
So starting with the Son Goku, because you can't have an anime fighter without him. He'll be an all-rounder with no particular playstyle, just a good starting character, and one of his moves obviously has to be a Kamehameha projectile. For his skins, I'm thinking the classic orange and blue gi, Saiyan armor, his coat from the Broly movie, and his classic driving test attire.
I'll have the mixed vegetables.
So, the Prince Vegeta also obviously has to make an appearance. For him, I'm thinking a rushdown character who benefits from closing the gap as quickly as possible to emphasize his aggressive personality. If him and Goku are on the same team, I'm thinking any super or cinematic moves can be done as Gogeta. His skins will include the 4th Saiyan armor, the undeniably cool Badman shirt, the 1st Saiyan armor, and the baseball uniform.
Monkey.
Rounding out our first franchise is pretty far and away the most popular Dragon Ball villain. I want Frieza to be another all-rounder since he's going to be an introductory character for those who want to play a villain. Speaking of villainy, I think that Frieza should be able to earn a buff if he makes a racist remark to his opponent. His skins will be the classic look, Golden Frieza, his first form, and Goku's driving outfit. So that is our first franchise down, and I'm sure if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you wish that I'd picked more Dragon Ball characters. And please don't be mad at me. Please stick around. Please stick around. I really need the viewers right now. Please subscribe too, and like the video, and send me a love letter.
I know this guy, Naruto.
So, Naruto will also be an all-rounder like Goku, since you want your big poster boys to be relatively easy to play, like Batman and Superman and Injustice. I think a lot of his moves could use his shadow clones like a blonde noob Saibot. His skins will be the OG Naruto series, Shippuden, Hokage, and Hot Springs.
We really wish that you would just stop hating on goths everywhere. That's not cool.
I think that Sasuke should be a character built around faking out and tricking your opponent, closer to a mix-up character than anything else. I think a great move for him would be Rinnegan, a stun move which I'm envisioning to be close to Mewtwo's down special. His skins would be very similar to Naruto's, that being his look from the OG series, Shippuden, Boruto, and one from his Akatsuki days.
across the stage.
Yes.
All right, this is a great opportunity to showcase some skills and like just put on a clinic.
I would
as a
rather
donor.
you did it.
Well, I think the people are going to want to see that.
Okay, well,
And
let's
then-
not.
Rock Lee will be a close-range grappler with lots of grabs and quick kicks, but I think his most obvious move is a speed buff when he takes off his leg weights. For his skins, I'm thinking the classic series, Shippuden, an alternate history look of him in the Akatsuki, and one I'm calling Halloween costume, where Rock Lee will be in a skin-tight, cheap leotard with cheap-looking accessories and a bad bowl-cut wig.
His name is Luffy. That's Monkey D. Luffy. King of the pirates.
So for the last no-brainer, we've got Monkey D. One Piece. Luffy, in my opinion, should use his Gum Gum limbs as a zoner character who wants to keep their distance from the opponent. One of his most essential moves could be a full-screen Gum Gum pistol. His skin should be his East Blue look, his newest island drip in Wano, the newly revealed Gear 5, and a Drum Island skin, cause I love his goofy little coat.
I've had plenty of guys come after me, and I've buried them all. Hobos, sea captains, Joey Bishop.
Don't forget the Special Olympics.
Oh yeah, I slaughtered the Special Olympics.
Buggy the Clown is my pick for the only other One Piece character, since he is destined to be king of the pirates, and One Piece doesn't have a very deep bench. Buggy should be a brainy trap fighter, relying on his sacrificed limbs to attack the opponent. Maybe putting one of his fists complete with knives behind the opponent to keep them guessing. His skins have to be his Orangetown look, Impel Down, post-time skip, and one based on Krusty the Clown.
How awesome was that?
Guts from Berserk is our next rep, and he would have to be a big heavy boy, a big slab of meat who hits hard but gets hit often. I think one of his only projectile moves should be a use of his wrist-mounted crank-powered crossbow. His default skin would be a black and white cel-shaded look to pay homage to the manga being his most popular interpretation. He would also have a colored version of the same skin, then the Berserker armor, and a formal look.
How tall do you think I am?
I think you 5'4".
5'4"?
5'4".
Wonderful.
I think if you want to put one Attack on Titan rep into an anime fighting game and you're strictly looking at how they fight as a human being, Levi's the only way to go. I'm envisioning Levi as a grappler with a bit of range, his trademark move being to full screen grab the opponent with ODM gear, and then give them a few sword slashes. His skins could be Scout Regiment, Spring Clean, Blood Soaked, and Formal.
Lay's potato chips, so light, so thin, so crisp. You can eat 1,000,000 of them, but nobody can eat just one.
Light Yagami of Death Note is my oddest pick so far, but he'd be a puppeteer fighter, meaning he gets someone else, in this case Ryuk, to do his fighting for him. While the Shinigami claws at your opponent, you could even have them scream in confusion not being able to see Ryuk. Light's looks in the anime, however, are a little lackluster, so skins will be a basic button-down and slacks, a tennis outfit, a goth Misa-inspired outfit, and L's t-shirt and jeans. As a finishing move, Light could even write the opponent's full name into the Death Note.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Edward Elric would be an all-rounder with a light emphasis on stance moves, like a stance in which he transmutes an arm blade. His skins would be his Chapter 1 red coat, his undercover look, him shirtless since that happens like a lot, and a version of him in an Amestrian military coat.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
I thought that in terms of a second pick from Fullmetal, Ling/Greed was the best to go for, a partial homunculi from Shing who does not use traditional alchemy. Greeling will be a stance fighter, switching between a Ling and a Greed form with more stances in each. For example, Ling would have a very strong counter to represent his chi detection. His skins would be his standard black coat, his first appearance in the yellow jacket, him shirtless, and his look as the Emperor of Shing.
Would you rather never slay again?
Gom Freaks will be an install character, which is a type of character who is built around achieving a much stronger form during a match. Gom's form would be his everything or adult form, where every move of his would become stronger. His skins would be his default ugly outfit, his fisherman's camo, him in the Chimera Antarch, and one which I'll reveal after the next character.
or slay so hard every day that slay loses all meaning.
Killua Zoldyck will be a rushdown character, rewarding extremely aggressive gameplay, and I mean, if there could be fatalities in this game, he has to do his emergency coronary bypass surgery. His skins would be his default amazing perfect look, Heaven's Arena, Chimera Antarch, and Gon. And my idea for Gon's fourth skin was one where he wears Killua's default outfit.
First of all, you're nothing but an unholy wench. Second of all, you engage in hanky-panky. Third of all, you're not a jolly good show, you're an unjolly bad show.
Tamaki from Ouran High School Host Club, who I know everyone was expecting, would be a puppeteer. Sure, he'd have a few moves of his own, but he would mostly be summoning the other Host Club members to fight for him. His default skin would be the Host Club uniform, but he'd also have the tropical look, a beach-themed look, and casual wear.
Stay back, I got a chainsaw! Uh-oh.
Denji, aka Chainsaw Man, would reward staying in your opponent's face as a rushdown character. With his I wanna touch some boobs buff, if you press at least one nipple, male or female, to your screen, he will get a strength buff. His skins would be his default Chainsaw Glory, a black and white manga look, him as the Chainsaw Devil, and nude.
You young boys out there claiming demon time and don't even understand the energy that you trying to channel.
Tonjiro Kamado was the biggest no-brainer for any new gen, since Demon Slayer sold more of one volume than there are people in Costa Rica. Tonjiro would be a stance fighter, using different water-breathing forms. His skins could be the incredibly drippy green checkered kimono, his charcoal salesman look, the academy uniform, and his blue kimono.
An army of feral hogs are coming to kill you and everyone you care about.
Inosuke is the best character in Demon Slayer. Frankly, I just want it to be him, not even Tanjiro. But anyways, he'd be a grappler with some light stance mechanics. His skins could be his standard, his unmasked standard, his academy look, and him in his kimono.
Yo, bro, who got you smiling like that?
Shinra Kusakabe of Fire Force fame would be a mix-up character who relies on keeping his opponent guessing which of his many fired power kicks he'll use. His skins would be the Company 8 coat, his Chapter 1 school uniform, his orange uniform, and his devil form. From Haikyuu as our only sports anime reps, we have Hinata and Kageyama as an Ice Climbers style duo. Their signature move being a quick attack that if you time perfectly, becomes a much faster freak quick. Their skins would be the Karasuno black uniform, the orange one, their middle school uniforms, and their school uniforms.
Yuji
Itadori would be a fighter with a lot of rhythm, and I think if you executed each of the hits in a combo with perfect timing, you could get a black flash on your last hit. His skins would be his Jujutsu Tech, first episode, his baseball uniform, and a Sukuna skin.
Why are you crying?
Deku from My Hero would be an all-round fighter with a projectile move of his being his air bullets and a huge emphasis on crying. His skins would be Costume Gamma, the school uniform, gym uniform, and Vigilante.
I still think you should kill yourself!
Bakugo would be an extremely aggressive rush-down character, one of his moves being to leap behind your opponent and unless they counter immediately, blasting them. His skins would be his standard hero costume, his winter variant, his scarf kinda look, and his stealth suit from World Heroes Mission.
Welcome to the Dead Meat Podcast.
Junji Ito would be a summoning character, so he would only have a couple moves, maybe like hit you over the head with a stack of papers, but he would get to summon the wonderful characters and monsters he's created to fight for him. Like 1 second he's doing his throw a pencil at you combo, and then boom, Tomy is stabbing you in the stomach. His skins would be his default, I guess, a black and white, one where he's filled with holes like Hideo, and a version of him as a rotting corpse. And unfortunately, that is all the characters that I had time to include this week. If you'd like to see a follow-up for this video, please like this video, comment down below that you'd like one, and share this video with people, because views are the main way that I decide which videos get follow-ups and which do not. But thank you so much for joining us as always. Have a good one. Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching that video as always, I hope you enjoyed it. This week what I'll be showing off from my collection is Deceased. So this is kind of like one of those like big event comics, except this is completely out of continuity, so they can just murder people. It's essentially a zombie story, it's got like a couple more quirks than that, but that's what it is that's what it is at its core. I don't edit this part, so that will stay in. But yeah, it's a great comic book. It has fantastic art, and also it has a lot of really cool variant covers based on different horror movies. So you should really check it out if you are into horror or have a good general knowledge of DC. But thank you so much for watching that video as always. Have a good one, y'all.